Oh, good. The freaking thing works for a change. What a miracle. Anyway, um, hey guys, 7865. I'll be making another part to this later tonight when I'm not as tired. But I did say in my last like little post, I want to talk about the new mega. Well, to a degree, some of the new megas. I more want to discuss what megas I think will not be OU and why. In my humble opinion, the following megas will not be OU. Camera. It is piss slow. Even with Trickums 4, who the fuck cares? What is my dog doing? Can she stop? Somebody please. Um, she, camera up is piss slow. Now I gotta close the door, guys. I apologize. Molly, would you stop? Would you stop being obnoxious? Thank you. Would you stop like trolling around? Thank you. Oh my lord, she's so irritating. Wow. And I have something I can take that. I'm sorry, guys. I have something in my pocket there. Hold on. There we go. Okay. Anyway, point is, oh god, I hope it didn't catch in the frame. Oh god, it probably did. Shit. Never mind. Point is, no one. That was just a I had to get something for a friend of mine. Yeah. Anyway, I don't think Mega. What the fuck did I just say? Mega Camera Up will not be OU. Too slow. Lacks raw power. Even with I think he has 135 attack stats, it doesn't freaking matter. There are still things that can wall the shit out of you. Blissy's gonna laugh in your face unless you have like explosion randomly with attack investment. Like Blissy's gonna say fuck you. Blissey is one threat to him. And again, he's too slow. And when Blissey and basically every wall outspeeds you, that's kind of problematic. When a Steelix with even a little bit of investment can outspeed you if you're running Iron Head, not Gyro Ball, that's a problem. Okay? That's a problem. Because it's a giant metal snake. It shouldn't be outspeeding a camel. Now, the people, though, who did bitch and complain a little bit about Camera Up getting slower, it has a volcano out of its back. Like, do you really expect a giant one? Do you expect the fucker to be faster? As the Brits say, that's a right good joke. It's not going to be faster. It's just not going to be faster. There's no way. But that's not going to be OU. Pidgeot is another one I really want to touch on. Pidgeot annoys me. It actually swept me because I wasn't prepared for it. This is why you have a dedicated flying resist, like a Heatran, but then they have HP ground, and it didn't matter. It has 135 special attack. Because apparently Game Freak thought that was a good thing. So, Pidgeot will not be OU, though. It might not even hit UU. Simply because its defense is underwhelming as hell. If you have, again, Blissey, another perfect example, and you T-Wave it, done. Done. Done like dinner. That's it. End of story. So Blissey definitely is going to be a big threat to these new Megas, two of them at least, and will probably prevent Pidgeot from reaching above UU. It might even be RU. Camera might even be RU. I don't know. But I have a suspicion Camera could hit UU, so could Pidgeot. Simply because it's blazingly fast and has good special attack. But other than that, it doesn't really have many good traits going for it. Now, what I want to... Same company makes that, really. Go figure. The next point I kind of want to touch on is... Okay. The next Mega is something people might question a little bit. It's Sharpedo. Now, I'll explain this, explain my logic. Like I've done. Sharpedo basically is still kind of glass cannony. It went from 45, I think, defenses, or 40, 45, whatever the hell it had, to friggin' 70, 65 defenses. Who cares? It'll still fall down if you touch it. Freaking pathetic thing. That will happen. So that's the thing. Like Sharpedo, and if you don't get the speed boost off, if you're stupid enough to forego that for whatever reason before Megaing, there's going to be a lot of shit that outspeeds you. If you want to randomly run like Ice Fang, Crunch, Poison Fang, and Waterfall, there are going to be a lot of freaking things that stop pace you. And that's a problem. Because Sharpedo is not getting a speed boost without Protect, because it is too goddamn frail. The scary part is, though, when Mega evolves, it actually has more defense than Beedrill. Which that says how frail Beedrill is. But I'll get into Beedrill. Oh my lord. I don't even understand it. It took, from an Assault vs. Azumarill to Aqua Jet, I think it took like 65, maybe 70%. I'm just like, you're too frail. That's an Aqua Jet. It's not banded, like, Jesus. Then a huge power is broken, but still kind of broken. Not really, but yeah, Sharpedo, if you equip the Sharpedo on it, you better damn well, or Sharpedo, whatever they're calling it, if you expect it to sweep without a speed boost for Megaing, you're probably in for a ton of disappointment, because it probably won't happen. And the thing is that, but unlike Camerupt and Pidgeot, he has good mixed attacking stats. Pidgeot can only attack from one side. Camerupt is piss slow. Sharpedo has all that covered. The only thing he lacks is bulk. He has roughly slightly less bulk than Pidgeot does. That's the only thing he lacks. If he had a bit more bulk, like 80 and like 75, he'd be OU in a heartbeat. Because Water Dark, while not great defensively, you still resist a lot of things. You resist Bullet Punch. You resist fire moves. You resist dark moves. You resist knockoff, more importantly. You resist ghost moves. You resist ice moves. It's not a terrible type. You are weak to fighting and bug, which kind of blows with Scissor in the tier. And you're also freaking paranoid of fairy types, which is... But, aside from that, it's not terrible. Those are really the only thorns. Well, Ferrothorn is to an extent. Thorn his side, no pun intended. Unless you have In-Power Fire, which off 110 special attack will severely dent Ferrothorn. Severely. So you may want to do that. Yeah, that's a thing. But so those guys definitely might not hit OU. My prediction for Sharpedo, though, or whatever, Sharpedo, honestly, Sharpedo itself might stay RU. It could. I don't know. Sharpedo would be banned to BL2/UU. But the thing about that is, Sharpedo still got additions to its move pool, technically. You got Poison Fang. So you don't have to rely on Poison Jab anymore. You can actually Toxic Poison something and theoretically flinch it simultaneously, which is very hard to pass up. So it could still go UU just solely on, well, that premise primarily. But the thing is, like, it's a glass can for a Megas. It literally will fall over if a gust of wind blows at it. But yeah, the next Mega causes me fucking physical pain. It's Beedrill. Beedrill, in my mind, is very decent, but very overhyped. And kind of shitty. Because it got the boost it needed. Don't get me wrong. 150 attack is obscene. 145 speed is fucking ridiculous. You have 40 defense and 80 special defense. You won't take a fucking hit. Period. A Life Orb Shadow Ball from a Timid Gengar, if you're at full, does like, I think, 65%. You're not taking a hit. Period. After Rocks, that nearly kills you. You can't take a hit. So if you do not weaken all their Mons first, and then let Beedrill do its job, it's not going to do anything. Because it's terrible. Or if you have screens up, I guess. It's terrible defensively. It's horrific. But the only thing more horrific is its special attack stat, 15. Well, at least they took it out of the right stat. Jesus. 15. I don't know what the hell Beedrill learned for special moves. I don't know if it got Bug Buzz. I don't know. I don't really give a shit. But the main reason it could be OU, it could give Volt Turn a new meaning because it has the fastest and I believe the strongest U-turn outside of Mega Scissor in the game. Or tied with Mega Scissor, some shit like that. So that's nuts. So if people want to chance that thing being a right bastard, go ahead and put it in UU. But it probably should be OU solely on premise that a lot more things there can check it and deal with it. Like Landorus T can deal with it no prob. Unless it randomly has counter and lives in Earthquake from full, and then you might be in trouble if the Lando is defensive. I don't know. There's no real way a Lando's not going to kill a Beedrill. Manectric Mega can kind of check it too with Intimidate plus Flamethrower. I mean, that'll OHKO, I'm pretty sure. It's just like at full even, but it's like, I don't know. And they're even Heat, well, then I can Drill Run, but if you're on a balloon, it's not going to matter. So it's relative frailty combined with relatively common weaknesses, including Stealth Rock still being relatively debilitating to it. In my mind, we'll definitely keep it out of the overused tier. Potentially, it could be, but it most likely is going to be a very top tier UU Pokemon. Reinventing Volt Turn in whichever tier it's in, it's going to be really annoying to fucking deal with if you don't have the right like things, like a Lando T or something. Even Rotom Wash is not going to like X's or a Poison Jab. It's off adaptability, 150 attack. There's no way. I mean, let's ask Crawdon about adaptability, shall we? Look where Crawdon is. So I might be recanting my statement soon. That's the thing. Adaptability is fucking crazy. It really, really is. I mean, Mega Beedrill could be a threat. What do I know? It could be. A very underrated one. Alright, the final, well, not the final. One of the final Pokemon before I kind of end this part off is going to be Mega Altaria. Now, the thing about Mega Altaria that kind of gives it niche sort of benefits is that, unlike regular Altaria, it can fucking attack without having to boost. Because regular Altaria's attack stats are absolutely horrendous. It was well renowned as a defensive Pokemon in PU and NU. It could only really be defensive. Offensively, it kind of, like I said, sucked gigantically. So basically, you had to run either like bulky Dragon Dance, you had to run like special defensive, you had to run like some weird shit. I personally like Cotton Guard on mine with Roost Toxic Flamethrower. I once beat a guy single-handedly with that set, which is funny. He regretted bringing the team he brought. Oh yeah, it was funny. Oh man, that was a great battle. Oh god, I'll never forget how much salty he was. It was awesome. I only had that and another Mon left too. Alright. Like I said. So definitely yeah, Mega Altaria has potential to be OU, but I think it's still slightly underwhelming offensive stats at 110 a pop. Are going to demote it to UU solely because it's functional as a wall breaker. It's not functional as like an all-out sweeper still. Like, you're not going to sweep with that thing. So you basically have to run like Hyper Voice, Fire Blast, Earthquake, Roost. In my mind, that's its best set. Because like, you're still relatively bulky, even if you're running like a Naive Nature or like a, Rash Nature. You still have relatively good bulk. And Dragon Fairy is a good typing defensively. Because you're no longer weak to Stealth Rock. You are only weak to Fairy, Ice, Poison, Steel, I believe. You resist Fighting, Bug, Dark, Grass, Water, Electric, Fire. I think I already said Dark. And everything else is neutral. Psychic, Ghost, Rock's neutral, Ground's neutral because you're the flying type. So your typing is incredible, actually. And you now resist Electric instead of neutral. I mean, that's pretty good. So I could see it being OU, but at the same time, a part of me is just like, because you literally, Earthquake is obligatory to hit Heatran. If you do not have Earthquake, you are fucked. Because Flash Cannon will rip you to pieces. Especially with Rash or Naive as your nature. And the thing is, I mean, if you bring in Predicting Flash Cannon, then Mega, then Earthquake, if it's not a balloon, you'll be fine. Because Flash Cannon will do anything in normal Altaria. But, God forbid has Hidden Power Ice, and they predict you doing that to predict the Flash Cannon, because, they want to, be all fancy and shit. So you're going to have to predict around that correctly and adequately, make sure they don't have both. And, again, as long as Tran's on a balloon, it should just go down to EQ after Stealth Rock, no problem. And Hyper Voice is great for debilitating Rotom Washes, other physical walls not named Ferrothorn, but Fire Blast will fricassee that, so don't worry about that. I have O-Code of Ferrothorn at 85% with that Fire Blast, so there you go. And I've used the very set I'm talking about, so I should know. And it's really good. I won't give out the EV spread, but I will say, like I said, that's the set. It's Roost, Hyper Voice, Fire Blast, and Earthquake. Hyper Voice obviously boosted by its new Pixelate ability. Fire Blast, just very powerful, very good coverage. Earthquake there for, obviously, like I just said, Heatran to fucking roll the shit out of it. And any random electrics, like Mega Manectric, I guess, which has, I think, slightly more special than physical defense. Maybe like 5 points more, so Hyper Voice hit that a little tiny bit harder than Earthquake. Plus, because it's stupid Intimidate, crippling your attack stat to even worse than 1 time. So, to like 80 or whatever it is. So basically, that's the bottom line. Like, I can see Altaria hitting OU only because I really like it. I like the design. It's very cute. It's adorable. It's a giant fluffy cloud. Let's be realistic. And it was a much needed Mega for it. It was very underrated, not that great. That's why I was in PU. But any major PU players would know that. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of PU players off the top of my head. I don't know. Done Deal. A bunch of the other ones. Altaria used to be scary, like, but it just kind of, it's almost, although to a slight extent, I guess its cuteness could be deceiving. It can run a relatively effective bulky Dragon Dance set. So, even in normal form. But the normal Altaria would maybe even stay like NU or RU. Altarianite would be banned to freaking UU or OU in a second. They could never allow that in PU or in NU, never. Most people notice this. There will likely never be an NU Mega Pokemon, never. Even Pidgeot and Camerupt will hit at least RU, at least. So, because Bayonet's there. So that's why I'm saying that. People might say, well, Pidgeot and Camerupt will be U because every Mega. No, people forget Bayonet so quickly. Bayonet's RU. Because it's still underwhelming defensively. Its speed is abysmal. Its attack and HP are decent. Even its defense are half decent. But its speed is abysmal. Its defense is still, even though decent, or subpar. And then they're like, meh. So you can't, and you're weak to fucking knockoff, which everything has. And now with the tutors, more things have. So great, spread it more. Jesus Christ, like a slur on a college campus. Anyone who just heard that, you have good hearing. But yeah, guys, I'm going to get into actually what I just whispered about next video, if anyone heard it. I'm also going to get into the other megas. There are two more I want to cover that I do not believe will be OU. I just don't. One of them is Lot Bunny, and I'll explain that. The other one, I don't remember. I also got to look it up. I swear it was Sable. No. Maybe Sable. Whatever. Anyway, point is, I'll say that next part. And yeah, guys, so I will be uploading that later when I'm a little less tired. I know I look a little, I'm fucking peaking as shit, guys. I slept last night, but not great. I was very nervous about something. And my girlfriend was over for a while last night and was trying to kind of like soothe me, so to speak. And people, if you want to really interpret it like that, go ahead. I don't care. Interpret it however you want. Let your minds be dirty. It's fine. But no, yeah, sometimes it's nice to just have someone like that around, especially when there are certain other people who can be really helpful too, and when they're not around, it kind of sucks. So she's been really awesome. But yeah, so, but I'll get into that a little more, like I said. So yeah, get into that and a couple of the stuff, like I said, the megas, and I also do want to cover a little bit. Because my personal opinion, I agree with Blame Truth on something, that Primal Groudon easily got the long end of the wishbone on the freaking Mega Chain. Primal Kyogre is not that good. Like, my name is Groudon. What's a water move? They gave it the equivalent of Dry Skin, which is asinine. Like, asinine. I think I've said this in previous videos. It's stupid. And, yeah. So, like I said, I'm going to end it here. Tune in for the next little part, and yeah. I am sorry these videos typically don't have, like, any graphical shit, whatever. People like that, you know what, you can kind of deal with it, because honestly, I don't care. And I'm lazy, and let's put it like this. I just ran, like, about 4 miles to clear my head, and then walked another 3. Let's put it like this. I'm fucking tired, okay? Alright, guys? Can we understand that? Okay, good. Try and clear my head out a little bit. You understand? Try and get rid of some anxiety, okay? Because people just, people have to act like hypocritical dickheads, but that's a different story, and I'll get into that a little bit probably next part too. So, I may. But yeah, guys, so. And hopefully there'll be no more status updates. Hopefully I just keep posting. My webcam works like it's doing right now, which is great. So, yeah. This is MD865. And if anyone saw anything like flash by before, like I said, when I pulled something out of my pocket, don't worry, that's for a friend of mine. It's not